I'm going to give you two blog post titles, and then you're going to tell me which one you would click on. I'm going to teach you how to create a blog, for example. Would you click on a title that says how to create a blog? Or would you be more inclined to click on a title that says 7 easy steps to creating your first blog in 2024, 2025, whatever year it is, right? Which one of those feels more clickable to you? Hopefully, it's the second one because that's what we're going to talk about today. If you do not create clickable titles, you don't get clicks, right? And if you don't get clicks, guess what? You don't get traffic. If you don't get traffic, what happens? You don't make money. It can be a struggle to find a title that balances SEO and clickability while avoiding clickbait. So make sure that you're always delivering on your titles. Don't overhype things up. We don't do clickbait, okay? We're not the bro dudes. Let your content speak for itself. There are two types of titles that you'll probably hear about when people are talking, and it's SEO and social first. In a perfect world, we will combine the two. That is a skill that takes practice. This screenshot from CoSchedule, which is part of a blog post that I've linked below, shows a study they did. Now, if you can get 438% more traffic by putting a little bit of extra work into creating clickable blog post titles, would you do it? Their best performing content versus their worst performing content. They did a study and figured out, what's different about the titles. And these are just the titles, right? What 10 studies say about the best times to post on social media? That's a clickable title. I want to know what those studies say, right? The other side is how to discover awesome writing techniques that will improve your reading comprehension. That's kind of boring, right? So you can pause and read through these if you want. There are many best practices whenever you are creating your blog post titles. And to be honest, I am not an expert at this. I've been blogging for a gazillion years now. And it's still a skill that I'm working on mastering because it kind of changes. I'm the type of person that I am autistic, I have ADHD. So for me, everything is very black and white and straightforward. So for me, how to create a blog, that's fine. I'm teaching you how to create a blog. So in my mind, that's fine. But in reality, I wouldn't click on that. So when you're crafting your blog post titles, especially if you have a brain that's anything like mine, I want you to take yourself out of the equation, the work you've put into it, what you know about it out of the equation, and just put it up against your competitors. So go to your search engine of choice, pop in your keyword phrase or what you would search to find your post, and compare your potential title with the titles that are on the front page. Including a number in the title, when it makes sense, of course, is one of the best things you can do to make your blog post titles more clickable. Odd numbers tend to perform better based on many studies done, with the exception of 10, 50, 100, that kind of thing. Make sure the title makes sense. Make the title make sense. Read it out loud. Can you say it without getting all tongue twisted? If not, you might need to come up with another title. Also, make sure that your title matches your content. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm going to be so upset if I click on a post about the best cafes in London. I'm in London. I'm trying to look for the best cafes. I click on this post and you've got 3 paragraphs about your trip to China. I'm out. I'm not interested in that. So make sure your title matches your content. I'm going to give you some examples, you guys, of different types of blog post titles, as well as examples of my titles. So like the formulas, I'm going to have those in here, and then some titles that I've used or my clients have used, etc. I also have a bunch of links below that you can look through that will help you with this path. So listicles and roundups. Listicles are like X means a number. So 10 best blank for blank. 10 easy blank for blank. And the examples down here, you can see how I use these formulas. 25 easy Indian recipes for beginners. Now, inside that post, it's going to be a roundup post that links out to 25 of my easy Indian recipes for beginners, right? I have a whole blog post on creating these types of posts and some trainings as well. I'll link those below. Now, 35 blog post formulas for travel bloggers is one of my top posts, and it's got the number, and it's like blog post formulas, so blank for who? Who is it for? It's for travel bloggers. 3 ways to make and sell stickers in 2024 is another one of my top posts. It's got a number and then it's saying what it is that I'm teaching you how to do. Ultimate guides are some of my favorite blog posts to read and to write. So, the ultimate guide to visiting India for the first time. Warning, do not call it a freaking ultimate guide unless it's a freaking ultimate guide. Unless it delivers on that promise, don't call it an ultimate guide. If I open an ultimate guide and it's 1,000 words or less, I'm probably going to be pretty freaking annoyed. If it's an ultimate guide, it should teach me as much as possible about the topic. So, this is why keeping your ultimate guides to a narrow topic is ideal. So, if you're writing the ultimate guide to blogging, that's going to be so long. It's probably going to be 5,000, 10,000 words. And you're also going to link out to a bunch of your other posts to make that an ultimate guide, right? Here's an example from Taima. She has a blog called Pour in a Private Plane. She writes amazing travel posts. If I'm writing travel posts, I use her as one of my examples. This is it says the ultimate Empire State road trip, your guide to New York's best destinations. This blog post is almost 5,000 words. Lots of images, lots of information. She took this trip. That's another thing. When you're creating an ultimate guide, you really should have done the thing before you write about it. Another type of post that you can write is a how-to or a tutorial post. So, for example, how to blank a step-by-step guide. Let me move my face up here, you guys. Here we go. All right. How to blank a step-by-step guide. The ultimate guide to blank, right? Here's some examples. How to choose a profitable blog niche, step by step. I love putting step by step for some reason. I have no idea why, but I love it. So these are all on my blog. How to live stream from Zoom to Facebook, step by step tutorial. That's something my people kept asking when Facebook and Zoom made that change. How to make a workbook in Canva with screenshots. That's not really like a super sexy title, but a lot of people click on it. How to create a topical map for your blog. Remember when I said I'm like really straightforward with a lot of my titles? That's it. How to create a topical map for your blog. That's so boring, but it's informative. I'm sure there's a million different ways that I could word that, like 7 easy steps to creating a topical map for your blog, maybe. That feels like it would be more clickable. Mine are all just how to. How to. So keep all of the things in mind when you're creating your blog post titles. Another formula that a lot of people use with great success is mistakes to avoid. Now, this isn't really one that I've used very much, but I feel like it can be helpful. So, like 15 mistakes to avoid when launching your blog, or like 10 mistakes new bloggers make and how to avoid them. Those are both pretty compelling to me. I think I would click. I would be like, I don't want to make those mistakes. Now, review posts. If you're writing reviews for SEO purposes, you may want to just have it be like product name, review, and then the second part being like catchy enough to get people to click. So in the search results, whenever there's 10 different options and they all say blah, blah, blah review, that second part is your catchy part that will compel them to click. So I have one that's called Write Blogger AI Review. Is it the best AI tool for bloggers? And really, that was a question I wanted to answer because I've tried all of the blogging AI tools and For some reason, there's always something missing, but with Right Blogger, nothing is missing. It is perfect. Like if I had every single thing I wanted out of an AI tool put into a tool, Right Blogger would be it. So I was excited to write this. But you could also write something like 10 features of, the tool that you'll love as XYZ. So, example, 15 Right Blogger features you'll love as a blogger, or maybe even like 15 must-have Right Blogger tools for new bloggers, right? Sunsama, I don't know if I'm saying that right, y'all. It's a tool I use every day. I still don't know how to say it. 17 features that will make you switch productivity tools. I linked that below. That's not a post I wrote. It's one of my VIPs. Affiliate posts, product versus product, or why product is best. This formula is a little weird, but Right Blogger versus Rank IQ, which SEO tool is best for new bloggers? That would be a good topic, good title. Why XYZ protein powder is stalling your weight loss. Why Squarespace is stalling your blog growth. Why XYZ is doing the bad thing. I put stalling, but it can be anything. Your blank, holding you back from success. Why your whatever is holding you back from success. Travel posts have their own little nuances, so I did want to put those in here. There's also like food posts that have their own nuances and all of that, but I didn't want to make this 80 million hours long. So, the perfect city itinerary for who? People of some sort, solo female travelers, for example. The perfect 3-day Chennai itinerary for families. The best blank itinerary. So the best Ensenada itinerary, see it all in one day. That combines SEO and social first. Top 7 rooftop restaurants with the best views of Chicago at night. I didn't do a character count on that. It looks a little long. You can cut off that night part, but you get the idea. Now, you can use tools for blog post titles. However, as much as I love Right Blogger and as much as I love AI, they're all automated. So please use your brain here as the number one tool. There's so much AI out there. Like, we don't need bloggers phoning it in and just copying and pasting potentially crappy titles. You guys have been loving the homework section of these videos, which makes me so freaking happy. So whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're taking my full blogging foundations course inside of the Pips dashboard, your homework is the same. I want you to look at your top 10 blog posts, use Google Sitekit if you have it. And then what do you notice about the titles? Like, take notes. What do you notice? Are there any formulas that you've found yourself following? Is there anything that stands out? If you already have an established blog and you're getting traffic, double down on what is working. That's always what you should do. Always, always, no matter what we're talking about. If it's working, double down. Then, on the flip side, I want you to look at your posts that are not performing as well and then see how you can improve these titles. If these are your first blog posts, I want you to look at your favorite blogs and take notes, okay? There are plenty of examples of top performing blog posts in the description below. You can check them out, or again, just go to your favorite blogs. And then your homework, after you do that, I want you to make sure that you leave a comment below letting me know which type of post is your favorite, listicle, review, whatever, so I know that you are doing the homework. That's what this is all about, you guys. It's all about doing the thing. I teach this stuff all day long until I'm blue in the face. But if you don't do the thing, you can watch all the videos and you can be like, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to go do that. Unless you go and do the thing, you're not going to see success. So pop down below and chat about which one is your favorite. And then make sure that you look through the ones you've already done so you can double down on what's working and use these tips to create better posts that are more clickable in the future. Remember that clicks lead to traffic and traffic leads to money.